Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Big Questions, Small Steps. My name is Amanda and I'm so glad that you could join me today. Today we're going to talk about a holiday that sometimes falls at the end of September and also can fall in October. This holiday migrates a bit because it's based off of the Jewish calendar, which is both lunar and solar, and it doesn't line up with the traditional Christian calendar. So it doesn't line up with like September, October, things like that. This holiday is known as Sukkot. And actually within the holiday of Sukkot, there are a couple of other special days. And we'll talk about one of the special days. But the holiday of Sukkot is from the Jewish culture, like I said, and it's also known as the Feast of Tabernacles. This holiday or celebration lasts for 7 days, and they do it for 7 days because that's what's commanded in the Torah, or the book, God's book to the people of the Jewish culture. It says that they're supposed to observe it for 7 days. Now, during this time, it falls in the autumn, typically. It's a time of agricultural thanksgiving, and they also use this as a remembrance to the period where they were in the wilderness. So they build these structures that are temporary. They can't be connected to a standing body or building. They have to be self-sustaining, and they can't be up year-round. They have to be taken down and things like that. There are requirements regarding building the sukkah, they call it. It has to have at least 3 walls. It needs to have the walls can be more sturdy. They have to be a certain height requirement. The roof, the big thing about the roof is it can be thatched or many different forms, but it has to be very thin. You're supposed to be able to see the stars through the roof. And a lot of times it's decorated with fruits and decorations to make you be surrounded by good things, to not only remember when the people were moved throughout the wilderness, they couldn't set up homes, but also remind you of the good things that awaited them once they found the promised land. Now, within the shelters, they are supposed to bring people in to celebrate and have time with them. It's supposed to be a big remembering and connecting time period. So for 7 days, you're supposed to do something in your sukkah every day. It might be sleeping in the sukkah. It might be eating in the sukkah. You might play games in the sukkah. You might just sit and talk with somebody in the sukkah. You might read, but you're supposed to bring in people to show your welcoming spirit and bring the community closer together. Now, building a sukkah is not easy. It may sound like a fun idea, but from my amazing boyfriend, he has said that he has built sukkahs in the past, and it's a great thing for the first couple of days, but in Wisconsin in particular, where I live, it's not very warm. So end of September, early October, it can get darn right chilly, and it can get rainy, and it's not fun to be out there for extended periods of time. So he says it loses a bit of its luster. There are a number of synagogues that will build a communal sukkah, and then there are families that can take turns having a rotation of meeting in the sukkah for dinner, or maybe the men will gather for something in the sukkah, or the children will go play games in the sukkah, things like that to tie it in. Something happening in the sukkah for all 7 days. Okay, now, when you have the holiday of Sukkot. Like I said, there's a couple of different special days in there. The one that I'm going to talk to you about is called Simchat Torah. And this is a very festive and joyful day. This is the day when the Jewish people celebrate their love and commitment to Torah. This is the day where they remember when they are given the Torah. This is the day where they restart the reading of the Torah. So in the Jewish culture, throughout the year, they will read small portions of the Torah, and by the end of their Jewish year, they have read the whole thing. And then on Simchat Torah, they'll start it again. And it's just a constant thing because you're constantly knowing and understanding things on a different level. So that's very exciting, and it's a very big celebratory day for the Jewish people. Now, how do they celebrate that? Well, they celebrate by lighting candles, and they celebrate by doing prayers. That's how they celebrate. Sukkot is spending time in the sukkah. That's the name of the hut type thing. And Simchat Torah is when they celebrate receiving the Torah and their love for Torah and connecting again to Torah. So those are two holidays that are celebrated in the Jewish custom in the month of October. If you celebrate them, then I wish you happy days. Till next time. Bye-bye.